Hello, this is Hannah O, and I'm so excited to be applying for From the Top's Learning and Media Lab because it seems like such a great program that weaves together the important aspects of being a musician, such as the recording process, the career options, and telling our own unique stories. So first, I'm super curious about the creating media preparing for studio recording because I want to learn more about the recording studio process. So our school recently created a new music building and that came along with a new recording studio. And so as someone who loves to sing for fun, I recorded a lot of pop songs in the recording studio with mainly the help of my teacher. But through this program, I want to learn how to collaborate with other artists and also learn the different mechanics of actually being an artist in a recording studio. And also, I'm hooked on the idea of storytelling and using media as a part of our artistic practice because, as you know, I have an Instagram account for my cello where I post videos about 100 days of practice or even singing videos and sometimes orchestra rehearsals. And second, I'm so excited about learning the multiple career avenues, especially because I'm a first-generation Korean American and my mom used to be a pianist and teach piano lessons. However, honestly, I'm not really sure what the music industry looks like in the perspective of career options. And so to be honest, after high school, I'm not really sure what to do with my cello, but I'm very excited to learn about all the different career options. And lastly, I think being able to share my own experience with music would be such an honor. And because I feel since I've had tendonitis since February and it came back in April, I feel I have a very unique story that could speak to many different musicians, whether they had tendonitis or not. Because I started playing the cello since I was 5 years old, and every stereotypical Asian kid, it's just okay, my parents want me to play up until college, become a doctor. And so it's I feel a lot of people might be able to relate in the aspect that okay, I feel music is something that I have to do just for college. However, my view of music completely changed after having tendonitis, and it's just some of the things I would want to talk about is realizing what a privilege it is to be able to play an instrument and to connect with other musicians, especially through orchestra ensembles. And also another aspect is as a very hardcore musician, I feel we often forget about mental health, especially taking breaks throughout our practices and learning that we don't have to be practicing 3 hours straight just to be productive or feel like a good musician. And so I want to talk about that as well as the importance of having a positive self-affirmations and mindset, because I feel that is a pretty important thing of being a musician. The physical and practicing is really important, but our mental health is also a really big thing. So yeah, in summary, the From the Top's Learning and Media Lab sounds such a perfect program for me because I'll be able to learn so many different aspects of being a musician, such as the recording process, the different career options, as well as being able to tell our own story. And so yeah, thank you for listening.